Yeah! Oh!
It's sending it.
Hey, check out our Patreon in the link below. You'll have access to uncut and upcoming reactions, skits, behind the scenes footage, and so much more. Your support goes a long way to helping us with more reactions and original content. Also, thanks for subbing. Set the bell for notifications. Your boy Rock Lee.
Hey, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Loki, starting now. What's going on, everybody? It's Rock D. Lee.
I don't couple nerds.
Dirk Nasty.
We're jumping into this Loki reaction. It's gonna tell you guys ahead of time. There is a post discussion. Yeah, y'all gotta watch the post discussion at the end because it's not as formal. Y'all be saying we talked on the reactions. First of all, we talk in general. So after the last one, we said whatever we said and went to whole full-out debate mode, talk about time, what it means to be a race, this whole other stuff. And they was talking, I just hit record, and I was like, yo, might as well.
Just me screaming about authority.
Who's to decide? Who? So,
on some Joker shit.
There's a whole other content that's just gonna be in the back of the video as well. So check that out. Anyways, yeah man, a little quick recap. We got Loki being humbled, greatly humbled. I absolutely like Loki as a character just because, like, even though he always loses, he's a fantastic, first of all, there's Loki in the comics, but just even with this actor, this is his portrayal of Loki, his dialogue, he's in a paradox, yet he believes it. You just can't help but like it, because he spat the whole thing about the weak use illusions and all that stuff. And I was like, dude, that's you. But in that scene, they didn't take it home until the end of it. He said something like, what did he?
He said the same exact thing.
He said the same exact thing. I forgot what he said before that.
So he is talking about himself now.
Yeah, because the Owen Wilson, I don't know.
I almost called it Coulson. Mobius! I only remember it because of Tokyo Revengers.
Mobius asked, how did you know that? And then he repeated the same dialogue. He was like, ah, he knows about himself.
Like, so you do know yourself. Good.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, like, the reason I always like Loki in the Marvel Universe, again, his depiction is he's the most human feeling of, like, the god characters, you know what I mean? He's the most nuanced. He's not all justice or he's not all evil. He goes through phases and how he feels and how he reacts to the things that he learns and around him.
I'm gonna piggyback on that. See, we all like Thor, right? But it's like,
because he's hot. That's it. And he has a big hammer.
Yeah, actually, that's among, and he has a dope accent. He literally has everything going for him, right? On the other side, you got Loki, who doesn't have everything going for him. So I actually, it's weird to say it, but can relate more to Loki. Like, dang, so you
bastard child, second. He wasn't chosen for the throne. You know,
he's good looking, but not necessarily the best looking. But he is good looking, so it depends on your preference. But I think Thor is supposed to be the better looking one. He's supposed to be, and I quote that, because how do you define who's better looking?
Did you not hear how I described them? The first thing I said about Thor, we like Thor because I said hot.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, you did. Hot, muscular, accent, slanging, literally. So, yeah. So, if you guys aren't subscribed, now's a good time to do so. We got a full schedule. It's in the description of this video, and it's in the pinned comment. Also, reaction for discussion is on our Patreon.
Also, hit the bell for notifications.
Because we post content daily and you don't want to miss out.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a medieval fair. I'm like, in 1985 they're dressing like this? What the fuck?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I love this song.
From Shrek, right?
Yeah. Ooh. Dang.
These are a very appropriate song choice. I can't wait to see this Loki's face.
Seriously.
What did it say?
Time door?
Oh, that's how they're...
Yeah, that's how they get around.
That's how they get around, yeah. He's going into another timeline.
You guys gotta remember, they're not that strong.
He dragged that girl with him.
They're not that strong. Once you know enough.
They're required trainings before you can go out in the field, probably. I was just doing some of those this week.
Loki.
Work trainings. I hate them. Which kind?
Which kind of
What
Loki?
does that mean? Damn.
Here's the deal. TVA has pruned a lot of these guys, almost more than any other variant.
More than any other variant.
There it is.
Powers, although powers generally include
See, there's multiple times he's been erased.
More than anybody else. Jeez.
It's a real hologram, basically.
We're gonna break into 2 teams, including
Because it's not just an illusion, it's like a real illusion. Which doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in my mind. They think they know him, but they do know him, but he's... They know he's gonna betray them, but for what price?
watch any training videos you were supposed
Of course not. Nobody does.
It sounds like a nice way of saying disintegrate everything into the
Thank you.
Oh, and they know it. Good to know.
Yep.
see a scheme. But in that scheme, I see myself.
He
I
said a
don't
whole
buy
lot of
him.
nothing.
I don't buy him at all. He's working it.
Wolf's ears, wolf's teeth in here. Needs to be aware of his surroundings.
That sounds like bullshit I've ever heard of.
Just playing games. There's no one out there.
Reset the timeline.
So he was fucking around the whole time?
I don't know. That's the thing. That's why I was silent.
Nah, he was messing around. He wants.
You know how
again,
you tell a good lie?
Huh.
Sprinkle in a little bit of truth.
Yeah.
We saw the Loki take the girl and left. He was saying he never left.
True.
We already know he was
Okay,
lying.
yeah, we knew he was full of shit.
Oh, those are the 3.
They're creepy. I like them.
But would you say maybe I'm your favorite one?
Oh,
My man likes
yeah?
the sisters, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mobius, I'm sorry, I play Mobius.
Coordinate, stubborn, unpredictable. Sounds like someone else I know.
I don't know if I trust the sister. That's when she said I approve the missions. That's when I was like, oh,
She part of it.
yeah.
Eventually, we'll catch the other one doing the same thing because understanding this Loki helps me get closer.
Oh.
Not unless the timekeepers decree it. And then it shall be so.
Mm-hmm. Absolute power.
They don't even want him to change.
And this is the last chance you're gonna get with this Loki.
I don't think you guys understood the implications in this scene.
He said an audience of the timekeepers. He's never met them.
No, I'm saying if there's a scenario where Loki was about to be good, for all we know, the timekeepers could have said, "Oh no, forget that.
Yeah,
He's
they're like,
supposed to be
that's a
bad.
variant. Yeah, take him out.
He's supposed to be bad. Reset, reset."
If it doesn't work, I'll delete it myself.
Damn.
He's
Damn.
Negotrix and come exploiting the fact that you know, they know.
he's spitting though.
What happened to the guy Foundation would motivate you to find the killer? Not because you care about the TVA mission,
Damn.
but because you know this variant is better than you.
And he could tell him that, and he would still do it anyways.
Way in front of the timekeepers, hustle them, and seize control of the TVA. Am I getting it wrong? A double cross by history's most reliable.
Yeah. Please tell me y'all watched the intro because she said it.
Yes.
She said it.
Yeah. Because it's
That's
so
what he
obvious.
does every
It's obvious.
time. I didn't think he was gonna do that. I mean, in hindsight, it's like, yeah, of course that was his plan, get in front of the TVA. But like,
And charm him.
look at them. Look at these guys. I'm not following
They're the
them, bro.
shinobi.
A bunch of Toby Ramos.
Yeah, thank y'all. Because I was like, don't disrespect the shinobi, but then, yeah, the Toby Ramas. There's obviously something big this variant's trying to reset.
Wow.
Pertaining to the creation of the TVA.
Those are classified.
I can't believe one file on himself. Oh, on himself, yeah. Of course, they're not gonna give him anything on anything else.
Ragnarok.
Class 7 apocalypse. And planetary destruction.
Sheesh. Entire civilization. Sheesh.
Was that like 30,000 Asgardians?
Zero variance energy. They figure something out.
Destruction of Asgard and most of its people. I'm sorry. Yes, very sad. Anyway, it got me thinking.
What? Yes, very sad, but
And so forth until eventually a new timeline for operations of a predetermined.
Oh.
Exactly. It's not Asgard. That's my bunch. Just hang in.
I love that. Owen as an actor.
Before Ragnarok causes its complete destruction, and I could do anything I wanted. I could.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let this. No, just stop. Don't set fire to the palace. I could do whatever I wanted, and it would never matter.
Because the goal stays the same.
You must seek a mighty.
This poor guy.
Poor Casey.
Don't do.
Oh, he's okay. I see. I
That's
see.
the apocalypse.
Loki's hiding into the apocalypse because you can't feel his variance energy, right? That's why they can't find him.
It doesn't matter. It could be
In the
any
apocalypse.
Because everybody's gonna die anyways. It doesn't matter what you do in those moments.
It wouldn't
leading up
affect
to it.
anything.
It's technically its own erasure within its own correction.
permanent destruction. Then nothing.
That makes
Say
sense.
or do will matter, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that
those
makes sense.
people will all die and nothing happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kept going.
The bears. Take me to Ragnarok. I'll show you.
He said, "Take me to an apocalypse. I'll show you."
Never stabbing him in the back. That's such a boring form of betrayal.
He literally did to a CIA agent like last episode.
Literally stab people in the back like
Yes. Oh damn.
Damn, they went to Pompeii.
It's not gonna work.
Funny.
The volcano,
noises.
Burn noises.
he about to just start yelling at people.
Me no man is lucky.
That I understand. Why are we doing this part?
So he
This is
just
the
has
test.
right. This is the test.
Go in.
He does this, tells them they're all gonna die, but they're gonna die anyways in a matter of minutes. So nothing is affected. There's no variant, zero energy.
So I thought we're waiting for the other variant Loki.
No.
That's why it is.
They're testing the theory right now.
Now
right
I got
here.
It worked, right?
Now I get it.
Zero variance energy.
Get out! Now you know why I was stressed. I actually never got it until now.
I was
thought
confused with your-
I was like, out of all these apocalypses, you think Loki's? How you gonna know Loki's gonna show up? I got it.
He let him look through all these files? I don't know, dude.
Jet skis. Yes, because they're awesome.
He wants jet ski.
Magic lizards. Creating the TV. I emerged into gave me all this.
All of what?
Glorious.
He made something overly complicated simple, and he just
Yeah.
lives in peace.
So
He
everything
get into
is
philosophy.
past, present, future.
Yep.
There's no such thing as free will. We meet in peace at the end of time. Right? Only
They're answering all my questions, bro.
Can you call me a scared little boy? I called you a lot of things. You did.
They're both two psychologists talking to each other in a way, you know?
Yeah.
But no one bad is ever truly bad. Good is ever truly good.
Yes.
Scared little boy. Yes, it was quite patronizing. It was a bit too far, actually. Very clever.
Oh my gosh, a scared little boy. The boy that he was talking to in the last episode with the gum, that was actually Loki.
Left something behind.
A scared little boy, right? Is that what he's saying?
Candy?
Candy on Asgard? Grapes, nuts. Here's some better.
His idea of candy.
Okay, when you want to bet something? Yeah, gentleman's bet. Yeah, split for pride. Okay, the best.
That's boring, but okay. Let's play for pride?
I'm playing slow.
He would do it.
Take my job if I'm not careful.
Class 10 apocalypse. That means Ragnarok was class 7.
Like only 9,000 people died. From what that paperwork said. Not that I view it as light, but it might be the number of people that die. I don't know.
That's what concerns me.
I can trust me.
Loki from this variant learned everything. And that's why they can't control this one, because they don't know how he knows everything.
Mm-hmm. He knows about the getting the time stuff.
How did he know this happened?
Yeah.
Step at a time.
Yeah, because since they're not in the timeline, it makes sense to mess with them.
Gather round for a briefing.
She
took it immediately. She's like, psych.
Couldn't you put it together though? They're getting a bunch of reset charges.
He's gonna reset something massive.
Cause a multiverse.
They don't seem to be the kind of put things together though.
Not at all.
Oh yeah, they aren't smart. Didn't know it was a fish. These are just trained in combat, not.
If the other Loki is a variant of this Loki, it also means that that variant Loki knows that they're gonna put things together. This is a tough one.
What?
Yo.
Oh
What
damn!
happened
They
here?
said Alabama.
2050.
Yeah, I wasn't paying
It's
attention
not
to
that
the
far
year.
from now. That's why I'm like,
Tony's under my supervision.
This is my field of focus. He's not a threat.
Nah, he should go with the other guy.
Trust me. I have to earn that.
That sucks to be a known liar. How do you get out?
Honestly, I think you should stay with him because he's more likely to be on guard with him than the girl. She's too cocky. She underestimates him too much.
Mobius made a jab at her just now.
yeah.
He said, "Why don't you hold on?"
This is where
to
it's gonna go wrong. They never should split up this
He
way.
should. Yeah, he should have stayed with the.
Oh, they're being watched. They know. He knows they're there.
Oh, Loki's watching them.
I'm already convinced. This Loki knows everything they're going to do.
Oh, he has the time thing.
That's not a. That's what is that?
That's a bomb. Anytime something's counting down.
Yeah,
bro,
but I
that's
want
a
to know
bomb.
specifically the reset charge. It's a time bomb.
That I think it you can reset the charge with that, but that thing is supposed to see the timeline and open a gate or whatever.
Shopping for planets.
You be scared of this girl? She got a light stick. It's not a gun. It's a, you know.
I thought the same thing.
She's like this. I'm like, what is that?
It doesn't look like a gun.
I wouldn't be scared of her. She was holding it like that and everything. No. He's gonna touch her and switch.
Easy.
Why'd you get
Wait.
close? Why'd you get close?
It transfers the control.
That's a different ability, right?
You're the fool the TVA brought in to hunt me down.
Me, I presume.
Yes, me too.
How nice to meet you.
Whoa, this is crazy.
And this is why he shouldn't have went.
Yeah, this wouldn't have happened with him.
How the heck did you get here?
This guy's so
Why'd you push
chill.
him?
People are scared.
Look at him.
I was worried that they found a better version of me.
Are you guys looking for the disaster?
A better version of me. Interesting.
What the hell?
He was about to help her and everything.
You're going to call your little friends for help?
Look at name tags in the future.
Yo, right? You were used to have to pay like $300 to get that on a belt.
yes.
Wild times.
Overthrow the timekeepers. He's a qualified lieutenant.
Yeah, he looked around too. Like what?
What say you?
The Lokis would betray each other.
Oh,
Of course they would.
Randy.
Brandy, the answer is no. I'm not interested in ruling the Time Variance Authority.
Well, he's interested in something more. It's like when Omni-Man's like, there it is.
Oh, that's not him.
The timekeepers, where they are.
What? What do you mean how to find them?
This is interesting. These timekeepers are not that invulnerable from what I'm gathering, even though they have a great power. Oh! Come on, Loki!
I miss Randy.
Yeah, Randy need a nice little southern body, man. Well, not little, but...
Come here, boy. Let's wipe the floor with you. Hit him with that Roomba.
There's gotta be a different Loki.
Biggest nunchucks ever.
Yo! Why would you even use that as a weapon? But okay.
When you're a god, that's literally like a nunchuck to you.
They're not gonna believe him too, I don't think. Well, she should have seen that she was betrayed by him.
Yeah, she probably knows that someone.
There it is.
That looks smaller. That doesn't
Exactly.
This isn't about you.
Initializing what? Oh my god, they're all here.
Shit.
We're not even waiting very long for whatever it is to happen.
Oh!
It's sending it through different timelines. And then restarting stuff.
Resetting key events in history.
Oh,
Oh, no. In the future, in the past, all over. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, she going out into the field, her damn self. Where could they be going on?
They're all going to different timelines to stop things.
Like, what could they do? That's why I asked. But now, their forces are going to be deployed all over. Whoa. Whoa. What's he going to do? What's he going to do?
He's out.
Oh. Whoa.
Well, he followed her. She, Loki.
That means we're gonna get the sauce!
That plot picked up, man. I'm at a loss for words.
Sheesh.
Lost for words. Wow.
She just
Blew up the
whole
timeline. For what? I think it's spread chaos and
And
probably
she
get. And she says it's not about you, Loki. Who's it about?
But it's also like not for, because he offered to rule TV and she's like, I have no, she doesn't want it. So what is it about her ruining the timeline? Like the whole timeline?
Oh, she bombed the timeline.
Yeah.
They went out to fix the timeline. I'm operating that when she bombed the timeline, that she also knew how they'd respond to it because they go by the books, so to speak. And then she's going to take advantage of whatever they're going to do that's by the books.
To go do her dirt.
Yeah, what did the Loki's line in the beginning say? Illusion, I forget what he said. Not forget, like, I can't remember, but
Yeah.
the Loki playbook is going to counter their playbook, and then we're going to get some sauce. And they have Infinity Stones, but they're kind of worthless, so maybe they don't look at them, but yeah, she's going to take advantage of their chaos. I actually wrote down two things, too. Well, I didn't want to forget them. Yo, so it was, I said, why did I write very long time? Forget. Age, timeline, jump. Oh! It don't even matter because they revealed it, right? But I was like, even if you find the variance, right? Like, so obviously the variant is jumping from one location to the next throughout time, right? But when you also now jump to different places to try to match them, how do you get them in the past or future version of them as they're jumping through time? How would you control that? There's a whole, doesn't make sense, does it? Okay.
What?
I already figured it out. Never mind, I forgot what I was saying. I already figured it out. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry. I overcomplicated time in my mind, and when I was about to like explain, I was like, nah.
So remember that scene in the tent where it's like a variant and it's going off and there's like a red line? And I guess like after it passes that red line, they can't like reset it or something. I think there's
It
like
turned into a multiverse.
Yeah, something like that. I think that's why she bombed every different place, because they can't all go and stop everything at the same time. So if even just one of them goes off past the red line, I think that's when they all start branching out, and then it's impossible to stop that line out of its path.
Oh,
that
yes.
was her main purpose for that. But I also don't know what she's trying to do. I'm like, what? She wants the whole thing to come crashing down, from what it seems like.
It goes to that these three TVA creators. She's like, it's not about you, it's about them. It's about getting them out of power or whatever it is. I don't know. That's my guess. What she says, not about you, Loki.
Also, because she's a female, is she from like a whole different universe? Like this is a different.
That's what I'm
universe,
gathering,
like,
because that plays off the
isn't the same
multiverse.
Loki.
It's like if it's one multiverse, every variant of Loki should look somewhat like this Loki, right?
But he's not this Loki from this universe. He's a Loki from a
another
different
multiverse, universe.
And a different timeline.
So remember what I said earlier? Thank you for explaining that. You remember earlier when I was like, who decided that this multiverse is the one multiverse, the right one? Who goes about making these decisions? Well, what it seems like to me after seeing what this other Loki looks like, it looks like you missed the variant from another multiverse that's a little pissed off that you erased their multiverse. That's what I'm going with. Their verse. Because they said it. They very explicitly said it. All Lokis, all variants of Loki in this timeline look like this guy, just a little bit different. Yo, if that's supposed to be Loki, no, they told us it's a Loki.
No. But not to change your theory, but also remember they did show like a monstrous looking form of Loki. They did show,
but it's still black hair. It still looked like him, bro.
Yeah.
It's
the Loki they're talking about was
it wouldn't look like a freaking alien though.
It had its main features, so black hair, tall, Loki, lanky, same face shape. Yo, completely different. That's the reason why I'm like, nah, different verse, bro. Because every single variant of him they showed, you could tell it was still Loki though.
It's Loki from this timeline, basically, from this universe. And then the Loki we see is from a whole different universe in a different timeline. Outside of his
I think
that's why she acts different too. She doesn't act like Loki either.
I also think that's important to why yeah, she does act very different. I also think that's important to why he even explained how the illusion works, because what we saw, like, you know how I saw like an alien one, that could have just been like the illusion, but it looked real. When he explained the illusion, there's the illusion that's just a magic, like a projection. When he explains he makes the illusion, he makes an illusion on a molecular level.
Yeah, he changes his whole body.
So when he makes the illusion of a horn,
like if you touch it, it fades. But
there
his
it is.
Like, you touch me, I won't fade. But I'm not real.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. But hers is like, I can switch into different people and become a whole different person in a way. And still work, and still function. She can still function because she was the one doing the wires.
Yeah.
Right? She was doing the wires while her own self, spirit, or whatever was taking over some other person.
Yeah, her magic's not like his magic.
Yeah, and when C20 was
and he doesn't even know about
taking out her own people in the tent, she literally throws somebody into this Loki, and that Loki cuts their throat.
Yeah. I think your theory is on. They're deciding who is which verse
is better than
like they.
That's what it is. There's the lie. You were saying it. Go. You're saying it. What they're saying is we took all the multiverses and put it into one timeline. It's not they did it back then. They're actively deleting these other ones. That's the only way somebody from another one of those verses could also be in this verse. She must have escaped the deletion. If it's an active deletion, if they're so basically.
Well, they explained the bombs only affect a certain radius. So when the destruction happened, she was out. When the reset or whatever they do happened, and she was outside the radius, she would have made it out. But they probably wiped out her people.
Yep.
Or her whole damn verse.
Yeah, her damn verse. That's what I'm going with. Because the moment they said we took all the verses in the wars, and history is written by the winner of wars. You can write that shit however you want. But if your verse was the strongest, what sounds better? We put everybody into one timeline that was best for everybody, or we were the timeline that crushed the other 9 timelines, so we defeated all of them, erased their entire memories, and we held our timeline as the top timeline.
But what if
sounds better when you're selling it to people?
But what if multiple timelines? So Loki lies all the time. So part of it is we don't even know if the beginning was a truth or not, right? But like, what happens if the truth is that multiple timelines do? If you have too much timelines, they will destroy each other. That's very common, right? So sometimes it's like basically it's population control. Like
yeah.
They may have to do that, even though it's effed up. But I don't know yet. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna operate just for this because I see you on a different stance. So this is fine. I'm gonna anchor on this stance just for the discussion purpose, right? If creating multiple timelines truly is dangerous to the timeline, then I can understand what they're doing. But I don't know if that part is true or not. We don't know how that chaos works.
I agree on that front. Yeah.
So sometimes we experience this literally. I'm not gonna say the word because of YouTube. When this virus hit, we experienced what you are free to do.
You can't even say that word. You gotta call it some other code. You gotta call it.
I can't say virus?
Yo, I guarantee it's gonna pop up. That little warning gonna pop up at the bottom of the video.
When the variant happened in our timeline.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
governments all over are just like, yeah, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this.
I couldn't play tennis, bro.
You gotta wear this.
They were like, you can't see him. By the way, this is not me saying what's right or wrong. I'm just literally telling you facts.
Facts. That's it.
They're like, you can't see your mom. If you took a picture of you, your mom, your uncle, and whatever, but you guys didn't live in the same household.
Oh, that was coming for y'all.
Social media will come after you, government will come after you. So we see this in real life. If your freedom affects the safety of everybody else, like this is a real life thing. So
true.
That's why I'm just gonna leave it there and let y'all marinate on it.
And that's why I'm not jumping. I'm not, cause you hear me. I don't fuck with the TVA because they have this total control. But I'm also on the same side of I want to know the whole story first before I'm like, nah, we definitely got to kill them. Cause like what you're saying is right. My guys is the way they're telling the story makes me not trust them, like off rip. But I don't know what the actual story is. So if it's like a truly a safety thing, like listen, we tried, we stopped the wars, we were all civil, all 10 verses were civil, but there are still chaos erupting and things going. So we had to cut it down to 4. We cut it down to 8, it didn't work. We cut it down to 4, it didn't work. We had to do 1. I could be like, don't like it, but I understand. I can be in that boat. I have no problem with that. But when you see this nice cartoon telling this happy-go-lucky story,
whenever it's a happy-go-lucky cartoon.
Yeah, nah, I ain't trusting.
But Loki, they do a good job with the dialogues. I feel like Loki already spit what we need to know in this form. He said, "There's no good and there's no evil. There's no truly good. There's no truly evil."
And even I was with that. I was like, listen, I get it. You know, you gotta have nuance. That's why I'm like, if somebody has that much total control, I refuse to believe that they're completely good or completely evil. So I said that in the end of the first discussion. So when that theory came, or that theme came up again in this one, I'm like, all right, so we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, I think Mobius was the one who kind of said it. Or maybe Loki was talking to Mobius. I might got that wrong. But I was like, okay, so we agree. If you have total control, I refuse to believe that you're entirely good or entirely bad. You have to be doing some questionable things to keep that kind of control.
But how do you?
Everything's about balance.
But how do you tell ultimate being that they're bad? The thing is,
I rail against God every day, bro.
Well, that's the thing. The side point portion is, people are gonna disagree, and that's fine. But what kind of happens, whether it's right or wrong, is a supreme being. They decide what's right or wrong. How are you deciding what's right or wrong?
Because I'm the supreme being in my own universe.
Thank you. And the supreme being of their own universe in which we exist in is like, nah, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Whether it's your local government, whether it's God, whether it's multiple gods. Yeah, somebody's just making these decisions about what's right or wrong. So ultimately, can you imagine like if I just make a bunch of just little robots and I give them some type of intelligence, like some AI? Like I told y'all how this is gonna work. I made you guys. That's kind of what's happening. Other than the fact that I'm getting, they didn't make anybody.
Nope.
Other than the TVAs.
Yeah, other than the TVA, they didn't make anybody. They just put themselves in control of everybody.
Because they have a power over time, which tells me that they have some type of vulnerability though.
There has to be. There's a
Yeah, we're gonna get that. I kind of talked some stuff and I was confused. I kind of said it, so I'm just gonna say it real quick though. I figured out I think I re-figured out why this Loki gotta go. I thought I had it, and I added to it. We talked about it in mid-video. It might get cut out. There's 2 versions where the Avengers went to get the Tesseract, right? And it worked out. So in Loki's version, in this version, this is the failed attempt at getting the Tesseract. So it's like, man, when they went back in time with you, like you didn't contribute to the overall story of whatever they gotta do. So we just gotta delete this little section because they went back to get the Tesseract twice. They succeeded in one time, they failed in this time. So you're just a loose end. He's completely a loose end, which even shows more about not only is it variant because the Avengers went back in time. He's a variant because the Avengers went back in time and screwed up.
Yep.
And had to retry again. So like, yep, this is where you screw up. That's why it's like when they talk about what's supposed to happen, that's kind of like nuance. I don't even know
what is supposed to happen.
How are you defining that? There's been multiple examples to this franchise of Loki about to change, but it doesn't work out. I'm not saying that this is a theory, but it's just interesting to note that I think they don't allow you to change within reason. If Loki's gonna be a good person, that's too
visceral of a change.
They don't want him to be a good person. He is meant to be bad. We see it so many times with Loki, like, man, he was so close. He was so close, but nope. And now it goes to, was he fated to be bad? Was he born in world circumstances to be bad? Or do you have time manipulating gods that keep him bad at every opportunity where he has a chance to be good? Hammered into him over and over again.
Sheesh.
So we obviously know there's multiple variants of Loki. So obviously he's been it's happened multiple times with him.
The most variant ever.
Anyways, and how is that happening? Don't need to know the answer now, but why? You got anything? You good?
I was gonna say a couple things, but I kind of forgot after you mentioned that. Okay. So the first thing was the variant stuff with the girl and destroying the multiverses and stuff. So I think when it shows in the beginning of that clip when the time clock lady is talking all happily, and there's like it's like a combination of a bunch of universes, and they kind of cut everything out and kept like the main like 10 or whatever, how many there were, into a fine line for the timeline.
Don't listen to the number I said. I'm just talking.
Yeah, I don't. It's just, you know, just a number. But then we see like what you were saying. I'm thinking like, because they don't have an end, right? They don't have an end to it yet, but they know there is an end.
They have a file.
And no, what I'm going off of is
they're talking
about the timeline, and they're talking about the TVA.
Was asking questions.
TVA, the guy was saying like TVA has an end eventually. Basically, he's like, when it's all over, we're gone.
Yes.
So what I'm thinking is the only way this could be all over for them to really be done, they picked probably not randomly, but the best timelines to fit each other. Let them play out and then decide, all right, this is where this universe stops. Delete that whole timeline of that whole universe and let the, like, you know? And that's where she came from, where her universe was all destroyed, right? What you're saying? She came into that universe and she's like, all right, I'm just gonna make a bunch of different, like from this universe, I'm just gonna screw it all up. So that branches out and then I can just live off of that because they'll be too busy, you know, doing with this universe, jump into another whole universe. You know what I mean?
So basically,
they're trying to make one universe. They're not trying to make a multiverse. They're trying to make one ultimate universe so they can just be done.
For when she's on my team, what she's saying in layman's terms, you see how these little branches are happening? Imagine instead of a branch being a timeline, it's a whole multiverse. That's where she came from. What she's saying is what they're doing on a small scale, taking out little branches, the 3 timekeepers are doing it on a large scale and deleting multiverses as they go.
They're so like, this universe has reached its end, delete.
Yeah, this one.
Then they have like less universes to deal with. They're not trying to match it up. They're trying to create one. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, they're literally trying to stop chaos. Literally.
Yeah, because there's an end to everything. And they're the only ones who know. No one else knows anything. And based off just the answer that he provided, like, he's like, when is this all going to end? He's like, it will end. And when it does, we're going to be done with. Like, TVA is done.
We'll meet at the end.
They don't have to.
In peace.
Yeah, we'll meet at the end.
I think what we're trying to do is, it sounds like these 3 timekeepers are actually trying to end time of itself.
Yeah. Because time will continue on in this chaos.
But they can't keep up. The TSA just hasn't been able to keep up because we keep causing variants, all this stuff.
That's why
they don't have. It's like a typical government agency that's undermanned. They cannot keep up. I think someone was talking about privatizing something in episode
Somebody
1.
said something about privatizing.
Yeah,
it had nothing to do with
They're literally trying to end time, and they're gonna have some epic reason for why they need to do it. Yeah.
They're trying to reach the end of time, not end time. But when they reach the end of time, that means we fixed everything. So hypothetically, once we got to the end of time, everything behind us is left
seal
in
it up
peace.
and it's left in peace.
In one singular
order.
Timeline.
But in theory, time has to end in order for the job to stop. The job can't stop if they don't reach the end of time because it's always going to create this chaos stuff. So they have.
Going off of that, remember we saw in 2040 or 2050, wherever they were, there was a bunch of apocalypses in that time range. There's floods, there's earthquakes and stuff. That's what I think they're going for, right? Just all of humanity, all of everything in the universe ends. That's the end. And that's what we're leading up to with Earth. In that year, like everything's going, you know, everyone's going,
These 3 beings, now I'll get to third another level, but same level. These 3 beings are trying to close the department.
Yeah.
And leave and unemploy all these people, and they can't unemploy all these people until we wrap up time of itself. This is mass unemployment happening. This is mass layoffs about to happen. There you go.
Oh, we call it layoffs?
Layoffs. This is layoffs. And then they can go have their peace and do whatever they do. I don't know.
My question is why though? Why?
That's always the question.
We had a homeboy that wanted to wipe away half the universe, so it's just like.
But at least he had a why. His why was, if I wipe half the universe, that means there's double the resources for everybody.
Everyone will be happy.
To me, it's to stop working. these 3 people can't stop working.
But that's what I'm thinking. I don't think he's trying. Whoever these guys are, I don't think their purpose is to shut down TVA. I think whatever their purpose is will shut down TVA because they're.
Well, that's correct.
But
I hope you didn't take what I said that literal. I don't
Yeah,
think they're just like, man, this TVA is a lot to man. Let me shut it down. No. Shutting down the purpose to why having them in the first place. Yeah, that's what I was going with. But it was funnier to me to say we're gonna lay off these people. Yeah, but I hope someone's out there like their goal is nothing to shut. Like no. It's a symptom.
That's how I was clearing it up.
No. I knew that. I knew that. At least I think that's not what I was trying to say. That was just funnier.
So that's what I was thinking, and now I'm just like, yeah, I'm on the team TVA's.
Fuck TVA.
I don't think it's TVA.
I'm not gonna say fuck
just
TVA.
I'm not saying TVA is bad. I'm saying who they're working for. They're the ones there. I just don't know their why yet.
Oh, the timekeeper. Sorry, you're right. Not fuck TVA. Fuck timekeepers.
I'm not even saying fuck the timekeepers.
I'm saying screw the timekeepers.
That's fine.
With that theory, if the theory is correct.
Okay, fine. I'll buy it.
I just gotta wait. I can understand why you guys even say F them. I understand it. I wouldn't even argue to change your mind. Yeah, I'm just like.
You're just waiting. They're doing something of purpose that we just can't see.
I'm gonna weigh it out. And then
until
when I hear
otherwise, fuck timekeepers, fuck TVA.
That's fine.
Fuck. No, stop.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you. If they just told me like, they were like, yo, why are you trying to wipe out universe? I was like, nigga, I've been working. You know how long I've been working? Yo, somebody asked how old they are, right?
Yeah.
Yo, it doesn't stop, man. It doesn't stop. I just want to chill.
Yo, Monday through Friday, I'm the timekeepers, bro. I'm like, why you fucking email me? What you need? What you need from me right now of all times? Yo, what the fuck I'm out here doing these screens? You already asking about, oh, can you take your lunch? Oh, you gotta leave early because you gotta take your kid to the goddamn dentist. I don't give a fuck.
If someone's as simple as they're just tired, I'm like, oh.
Bureaucrats, poor
I'll be like that.
bastards.
And they got no one else to handle the responsibility.
That's the only thing that would make me identify with the timekeepers. When we get to the end of this, and do you know how fucking hard this is? You know how many decisions I have to make on a daily basis? I have to delete people like a fucking backspace on a keyboard. And you over here asking me why? Because ain't nobody else around. I'm like, yo, my B, man. Yo, I really didn't know. I'm sorry. You know, I understand, but who told you to do it? And then we're gonna get into an argument.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is I don't think that's the reason. It could be, but like from what I'm basing it off of and what I can see sort of happening, right? This is all a theory. But the way the 3 timekeepers are managing everything, they said they came into the earth because, or not onto Earth, but onto the, you know, time frame and everything, making everything, was because the multiverse was chaos and they were destroying each other. So my thing is, why did they come in if everyone was gonna die anyways, only to end everything in one way? Like, that's why I'm just like, no matter what the reason is, I just wanna know why, but I feel like it's not a good reason. That's why I'm like, yeah, they're probably just...
And honestly, that's the end all be all for me.
Because it would have ended anyways.
Who asked? I'm with her on that one. It's like, who asked you? Who sent you? Where did you come from that you have this grand power to even take all these multiverses and push them into one universe? And then on top of that, be braiding and twisting time how you see fit, creating an entire department just to do your will. My question would be, where the fuck were you when these multiverses was crashing into each other? Why didn't you stop it then?
Yeah.
They waited until
I got questions, God!
Destroyed everything, restructured it so that specific timelines stay together, only to destroy them one by one, if the theory is correct. Destroy them all one by one to create one universe, only to end a certain way. It's like, it all would have ended anyways, right? So it's like...
It took the wind out of me, so I got nothing else.
You know what? I hear it now. I hear it.
So I'm like, there's got to be a reason why they're doing this.
They talk about these timelines in botanical terms. Prune the timeline, branches. So the universe that they're selecting, I see it now.
Like a good plant.
It's, huh?
Like a good plant. Like a perfect breed of plant.
Yes. Something that won't...
So, and that's why I said they're like braiding time. Here's how I see it in my head, right? It's not that these multiverses are all destroyed. It's they exist, but they're picking and choosing specific timelines and putting it in one spot. You know how like when you're editing, and you know you got your different tracks, but you know the one track, this at the end, there's one track that you want everybody to view. This one's gonna hit, right? That's all they're doing. They have all the tracks, and they're like, the video we put it on YouTube, that's the universe that we're showing.
Version,
yeah, the edited
y'all
version.
ain't getting the uncut version.
Yeah. Yeah. So
they try to set up a Patreon.
You knew where I was going, bro. I'm not gonna lie, my heart feels good right now. My man's like, we're watching the Patreon. That's it. That's all it is, man.
This girl's one of the comments that are mad that the video got cut. She just need to go on Patreon. It's all there, baby. It's all there.
Yeah.
Yo, if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and do so. The full timeline is fully on Patreon. Uncut, everything. Full discussion, everything.
Hit that bell for notifications.
Because we post content daily and we're not going to erase your timeline.
Yo, I'm Rocky Lee.
And Dirk Nerd.
Direct the Nasty.
Oh. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Rock Lee.
And Dirk Nerd.
Hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and give us a follow on this Twitch channel. Appreciate you guys' support.
Janet. wait, I'm gonna laugh. Okay. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell for notifications, and check out our Patreon for full and upcoming reactions.